Hello, everybody. Welcome to the weekly rundown. Today is Monday, February 20th. Yep, 2023. Here to bring you some astrological information and spiritual insight on my page, Sonia Marie's Word Life Astrology. I'm so glad that you were brought to this space here on YouTube. I'm so happy, so happy, so happy. Hey, listen, if any of this information resonates with you, please share this video with someone, subscribe, put the thumbs up and the likes, and let YouTube know that a girl is doing her job. I'd appreciate that thing here. We are also doing a dual broadcast over on Instagram. I'm so happy that you guys are rolling on in and you ladies are rolling on in. If you would, and if you do have a YouTube account, or if you can access this live on YouTube, please go ahead and do that. I'm trying to up my subscriptions over there and to build a nice little community in which we have is really, really dope. And it can get better with you. So come on over to Sonia Marie's Word Life Astrology page. That's Sonia Marie's Word Life Astrology page. I will be doing these dual broadcasts just to let y'all know again and again for the month of February. And then when March rolls on in, I'm shutting it down only because I like to concentrate on the folks that's here. And speaking of the folks that's here, I'd like to shoot you out. What's going on, T-Vibe? And Zoe is here. Chelsea is here. What's up, sweet T? And Miss Dina, 610. I love when you are in the spot to be. Yes, I do. I really, really do. D. Beezer. What up, D. Beezer? What's happening? Mrs. Kimberlite and Medea is always in the spot. That crazy ass Virgo with a little touch of Scorpio. Rabbi Rob and Desiree is here. Thank you for coming on in. Greetings to you, Melissa. Can't wait for Costa Rica. Costa Rica's in a place to be. God, it's going to be so much fun. I just can't wait. Like, we should go tomorrow. Yes, the 6th annual Word Life Astrology Retreat is going down from July 24th to the 29th. Hey, listen, if you've been thinking about it and you want to go on a vacation this year, and you want to go with some bomb-ass people, get on my waiting list to come to Costa Rica with us between July, 24th and the 29th. It's going to be awesome. Absolutely is going to be awesome. Everything is taken care of, except you have to, when you pay, everything is taken care of, except you have to get your flight on your own. Email me at wordlifeastrology.com. No, Sonia, take it back. wordlifeastrology@gmail.com. Please email me to get on the waiting list if you'd like to come. Also, one more announcement. I am introducing another installment of the Village Hut. I actually announced this on Friday when I do Freestyle Fridays. Yep, I come on twice a week now, Fridays and Mondays. So I announced it on Friday, and absolutely 4 spots have been taken out of 8. Yes, people want to learn astrology and they want to learn it through me. And that makes me feel so warm and fuzzy inside on the real. But it's not just about learning astrological charts, though. I want y'all to know that this 8-week course, right? Every Tuesday we meet on Zoom at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 8 p.m. Eastern. We are going to build up to learning astrology charts, but in the first couple of weeks, we learn about our intuition. We learn about our connection with our ancestors and our guide. We learn about how to access them and how to protect us, different rituals and different modalities that we can use to strengthen our core, to strengthen how we listen, to strengthen and utilize their assistance to read astrological charts. It's not just enough, in my opinion, to learn by the book and to learn by, or I should say, to have the knowledge. This is a very, very sacred tool, right? It's a very sacred modality. And I believe it's awesome when we allow our intuition and we allow our connection to your guides and to your clients' guides or whoever you're reading to assist in this particular modality. So I'm going to teach all of that on a fast track 8-week course. I'm trying to tell you, you can join with any level of astrological knowledge. All right. We're just going to plow on through it, but I like to keep it intimate. So again, if you are interested There is a link below the video here on YouTube, and then also on Instagram. There is a link in my bio. Sign up now. Half the spots have been taken, and again, we start March 7th through April 25th every Tuesday. All right, enough of that. I have to get my announcer mode, get in my announcer commercial mode when I get into those spaces. So when I say enough of that, it's like, okay, now it's time to get down to the gritty, the ditty gritty, the gritty gritty. Thank you, AVAIL. Rachel said the hut is the bomb, y'all. I appreciate you, Rachel. Sparkle, Rachel, lady. Yes, I kind of think it's the bomb too. To be truthful with you, it's really, really dope. And you make some lifelong friends. And you get to do a one-on-one with me every 2 weeks. And you also have an accountability partner to help you through what it is that you're learning. Like, it's awesome. And you get to graduate at the end with a dope ass certificate from moi. So come on over and join us if you are really seriously interested in taking this 8-week course. We're going to plow through it and we're going to make it happen. Comecita Perez, what is going down with you? Happy Monday to you, Nelson. I appreciate you being here. Again, please subscribe if you're new. And if you are not, please share this information and give me a thumbs up if any of this information resonates with you. Hey, everybody on Instagram, thank you for being here. I'd appreciate that. Here's a rule. If you have any questions, right? I'm not against them, but please do me a favor because I'm 52 years young. I love for you to put a question mark before the question. And I say that nicely because I'm like trying to read as I go through this thing. And a girl starts squinting. So like in Spanish, put the question marks before and after so I can absolutely see what your question is. Okay, let's get started. Happy Pisces season to everybody. We are definitely in Pisces season, and at 2:04 or 2:05 this morning, we slid into a new moon in Pisces. Ooh, double Pisces feel. Like for real. Now, I want to say, so sorry, but not really, to all the Sagittarius and Gemini energies. Now, listen, those I'm talking to the people that have Sagittarius, and I feel like Mercury is fucking up my throat, and it's not even Mercury retrograde, but I've been stumbling all morning long. So here's the deal. Sagittarius and Gemini energy is square to Pisces. That means it's a challenge. That means those energies, Sagittarius and Gemini energy, doesn't necessarily agree with how Pisces energy moves forward. And on top of that, as Sandrine says, on the top of that, there's a new moon in Pisces as well. So it's like a double hit of Pisces energy coming at people. So if you have a Sag, moon, rising, or sun, or Gemini, moon, rising, and sun, be easy on yourself and get in the water and float. It's time to float, y'all. It's really, really time to float. And not too many people are comfortable doing that. And what I mean by floating is about oftentimes when we float, when we allow intuition to take us, we have to like surrender. We have to not necessarily devise, or I should say, rely on the plan. The plan may come to you, the plan may be written out, but oftentimes when we're in Pisces season, for sure, especially a new moon in Pisces, and I'm gonna get to that in a minute, we take on this, again, this flotation kind of space of just getting there when we get there and allowing spirit to take us where we need to go. Pause. I really, really, really believe that especially in Pisces season, we get to see how arrogant and how controlling human beings can be within ourselves and those people that are around us. Why so? How come? Is because Pisces says, listen, I'm going where spirit says. I'm going where the water takes me. I'm trying to tell you, like, as a human being, we're not in control of this thing. You understand what I mean? None of this is in our control. Like, honestly, we can be shaked off the planet in a matter of 2.2 seconds and nobody would know it hit us. You dig what I'm saying? We're not in control of this. So when we get to a point, and I'm speaking specifically to those that like to be in control and those that are hell bent on, utilizing their brains, utilizing their intellectual prowess to achieve a thing. You understand what I'm saying? In Pisces energy, it's not about how much you know. It's not not about how much you can do. It's not about how much money you have. It's not about how big your parts are. It's not about, how charming you can be and how you are convincing and negotiating and manipulating, the next person. It's about floating. It's about putting your intentions out there to do X, Y, and Z and giving it up. And say, God is going to allow me to be, Spirit is going to allow me to do whatever it is I need to do in this moment in time. I know I have a good heart. I know I've done the work. I know I've said my prayers. I know I've hugged my babies. I know I feel safe. I know I'm warm and I am fed. And I know God and my angels and my guides are taking over and allowing me to get to where I need to be in divine time. That's how we, in my opinion, and this is just me, but in my opinion, I feel like that's how we should operate through life almost always. Almost always. Why? Because we're not in control. On top of that, we have a new moon in Pisces that brings what? So the sun in Pisces says, yes, this is the shine. This is the energy of what's going on right now. But the new moon in Pisces says, let me add a little emotional / karmic / female energy to really activate some type of receptiveness that allows you to do something new right now, that allows you to be receptive, to take in some new information that will last for the entire year. Why? Because there's only one new moon in Pisces per year. You get that? There's only one new moon in Pisces per year. So we get a whole year to kind of like sit in this new energy. And what does that look? New moon in Pisces is all about, I really don't like this word, but I'm gonna use it anyway. And y'all can give me some synonyms. I don't like psychic because I think it's just been used and overused, and there's a really weird witchdom kind of energy and perception that's attached to that. And I mean, I love witches. I love being a bruja. I am a bruja. But at the end of the day, it's just this whole stigma, right? So in any case, Pisces brings in intuition. Pisces brings in the ethereal. Pisces says in its new moon energy, how can you tap into that part of you? How can you allow mystic, in tune? I love y'all for that. Yes, it's trust, it's faith, it's intuition, it's being intuitive, it's being mystical, it's being in tune, it's being a conduit, it's being an oracle, it's being a vessel. I love all of that. Thank y'all for those words. Thank you, Vaughn. How you been? Thank you for those words, because that's exactly what this Pisces new moon for sure. And it's going to last throughout the Pisces sun energy, right? This Pisces season. But the new moon says, I want you to feel this. I want you to get this on you. I want you to be a part of it. I want you to work through any karmic information that has you stuck about it. Here's the deal. If you are hell-bent, again, if you're that type of person that relies on your physicality or relies on your mental stability to make a thing happen, this new moon in Pisces energy may feel really, really foreign to you. It may feel really, really foreign to you because it's not about how smart you are. I already said that. So the bottom line is that new moon in Pisces energy says tap into the conduit in you. Tap into the oracle in you. Know that when you hear your mother, you hear your grandmother, you hear yourself spirit whispering. And by the way, I get that question all the time, and I'm sure most of you know, but for the sake of just one or two people that might be new to my channel, hey, how you doing? What's going on? What I believe is the difference between the intuitive voice and us and fear, for that matter, is that fear repeats itself. Fear is like, you should go to the store. And I always use this example. You should go to the store. You should go to the store. I should go to the store. Maybe I should go to the store. Oh my God, is it late? I should go to the store. It's about to rain. I think I should go to the store. You should go to the store. It sounds like pressure. It sounds like the brain literally being the computer and the machine that it is, repeating itself over and over and over and over. And there's fear that develops around it. And there's some weird kind of push and pull that happens within your body because of it, right? Spirit says, you should go to the store. You'll be like, what the fuck? Who's that? What the hell? And oftentimes we feel that pulsating vibration within our bellies, right? That gut feeling that everyone talks about, right? Or we feel something on our neck. We feel our guides, because we all get at least one strong guide that ushers us through this entire life, right? We feel our guides' energy lean on us and go, yes, it's time to go to the store now. You have no idea why you're going to the store. You probably don't even need anything from the store, but you go to the store and you meet the man of your dreams. You go to the store and you meet Quincy Jones, and Quincy Jones wants you on his next album. I hope that's me. I'd love to work with Quincy Jones, aka another bomb ass Pisces. I love Pisces people. But that's the thing about new moon and energy, new moon and Pisces energy. It brings in a strong feeling of you saying, I know what I need to do. The fuck? They ain't got me fucked up. I've been sleeping with this all of it's in my heart and soul. It's growing on my neck. I know, I really, really know. Not the brain, no, not the arrogance of understanding intellect, no. Like, no, inside you know. New moon in Pisces energy also asks you to tap into your imagination. Tap into the colors that are around you. We've been talking about imagination a lot here on my channel the last couple of weeks or whatever, only because it's necessary. Look, yeah, here's the deal. As I take a swig, I need some more juice. Listen, if we want a new life, if we want it to look something different than what it has been in the last couple of years, in the last year, in the last 6 months, you have to imagine it. You have to visualize it. It has to be bigger than you ever thought. So new moon in Pisces energy ushers in that thing. Here's the deal. Today, create a ritual. Write down the things that have to do with imagination. Say to yourself, I want to attract a better imagination, a more vast imagination, a colorful imagination, an out the box kind of imagination. I want to utilize. How about that? Utilize and put into form, put into movement what my imagination is telling me to. Because we can sit back and imagine a whole bunch of shit. In this new moon Pisces, yes, I again encourage you to do so. But what you gonna do with it, Hammer? On the real. So in regards to opening up to this new moon Pisces energy and allowing this this intuitive, compassionate imagination to be sparked, right? So also ask, please give me the wherewithal, the courage, the love of myself, the prowess and the confidence in my gifts to absolutely put it out there so the world can smell it, taste it, let it get it on them. You understand what I'm saying? Yes, y'all. To the beat. That's how we do it over here. Instagram, just to let you know. I'm so glad that you have joined us. I'm doing a dual broadcast right now on YouTube. So please, if you have a YouTube account, go on over to Sonja Marie's Wordlife Astrology. Right now, I am broadcasting live, and I'd love for you to subscribe and chop it up with us over there, okay? All right. One more thing that this new moon in Pisces energy wants to share with us, wants to bring and usher in. It wants to bring in and usher in the ability to release the victim in us. Ooh, wait. Yep. I had to put some vocal on that. Why? Because all of us, including myself, is sitting back, relying and leaning on the goddamn victim to save our lives. I said it. I absolutely said it. I ain't nobody's victim. I'm strong. I'm a strong Black woman. I'm a strong white dude. I got money. I got this. I can do it. But on some level, don't you feel like you're a victim of what? Your parents, maybe, of the system, maybe, of your apartment and your loud ass neighbor, maybe, of the man that dropped you last week, of the woman that said no more today? Like, I'm just trying to say, on some level, we hold on to the victim because we want the victim in us to be vindicated. We want somebody to come in and go, I'm sorry, baby. I'm so sorry I put you through that. Come on, let me hug you. Let me love you up. Let me kiss you right. Let me give you that $1 million that I spent last year and the last 10 years and I wasted your time and your money. Let me agree with you. Let me understand. Let me sympathize with you. Listen, it'll be a beautiful day. If all the motherfuckers in my life that have done me dirt on the real, that have done me dirt, and me not even say too much about it, because that's how I get down. Squirrel, I'm just saying. I'm that person. I can get yonkers on you real quick, or I just walk away. And sometimes the walk away is a whole lot harsher than me getting yonkers on you. But the bottom line is this: I'm no victim, or am I? Nah, not at all. But I would love for somebody to come back and go, Sonia, I'm sorry for that. But here's the deal. And here's the reality. They ain't coming. They ain't coming, and they don't give a fuck. Well, maybe they do. They just don't have the words. But here's the deal. Why should I care? And why should I continue to lean on the victim and try to validate, or should be validated by what somebody else said and what somebody else needs to do? That's not going to pay my rent. That's not going to pay my rent. That's not going to feed my child. That's not going to help me and my dog walk around the block. That's not going to get my knees lubricated to get the fuck up out of bed at 52 years young. That's not going to help me. What's going to help me is to release the victim and say, it's okay, boo-boo. I give it up to God. That's how we release the victim. We give it up to God. We say, God, I would really like to be vindicated, but I need for you to help. I need for you to vindicate me. Please, there's a prayer. Bring me the understanding. Bring me the abundance and the prosperity that I need, that I deserve. That I deserve. Please, and let this pain, this trauma be released. Nobody owes you a goddamn thing. Understand that. I'll always say that. I always say that to my clients, and I say that about our parents, especially because they're the first people that we fell in love with. They are not even obligated to love us. They are not obligated to love us in the way that we desire. They are just obligated to put the egg to the sperm and get us to the motherfucking planet. You get what I'm saying? So release the victim, man. It's nobody's fault. It will soon be your fault if you continue to lean on the victim. You hear what I'm saying? Continue to lean on that motherfucker. Now everybody's looking at you like, are you still talking about that shit? That happened 29 years ago. Are you still crying? Now listen, I don't want to poke fun at somebody that's still crying at some shit that happened 30 years ago, because pain is pain. I'm just, in a funny way, inviting you to let her go or let him go. Like on some real shit, because we got things to do. We're about to usher into this new age, and you getting old. I am too. So release the victim. New moon Pisces energy says we can do that thing. Yo, Albell, what's this down thing? I feel old now because like three youngsters came up to me and was like, down, going down. I have no idea what that. So I'm like, okay, Kamau is on the other side of the country, and I have no idea what this new slang is about. I need some young people in my world. Y'all let me know. What does down mean? Down, are we going down? Or I'm down? Or like Wordlife, I'm down. Like that? Oh my God. Let me know. Text me. I don't know what's going on. Okay, that's what this new moon in Pisces is bringing. Let's get into the week. There are more downloads that want to come through, y'all. Y'all know me and my funky downloads, but I'm going to stop it right now so we can go on to the week. Okay. Any questions? Please leave them on the comments afterwards. Please put the question marks in front of the sentence so I can see them. All right. Everybody on Instagram, come on over to YouTube at Sonia Marie's Wordlife Astrology. We will not be doing these dual broadcasts after February is done. Okay. Hi, Nia. What's going on, Nappy Conversation? So today, like I said, the sun is in Pisces, the new moon is in Pisces, and also Venus just went out of Pisces and into Aries. Oh, shit. So here's the deal. Venus is about love. Venus is about beauty. Venus is about value, about worth, about money, right? So in all of those ways, things are coming quickly. I will say this, for those that are in a relationship, do your best not to get too bored. I always say this to people who have a natal moon in Aries too, that, excuse me for burping, we are, your partner, the one that you're in love with, or those that you'd like to be in love with, are not responsible for you being entertained. Venus and Aries are fast lovers, want to keep it going, get bored really, really quickly. So whether you have Venus and Aries in your natal chart, or you are taking on and adopting to this energy of Venus being in Aries right now for the next couple of weeks, and you start to get bored and a little antsy with your boo, relax, calm down. Calm down. And here's the deal. I say that in a way in which that, okay, maybe you want something new and improved to come on down the line, in a way in which you're taught or shown different ways of loving, different ways of making money, different ways of looking beautiful, right? You're kind of bored with it. So you want something fresh. Do that for yourself. When we, again, rely on our partners I think you should plan the perfect picnic. I think you should buy me that bag you know that I want. Why do we do that to people? That's a real fucking question. Anyway, a download coming. I'm going to stop it. But we should not do that to people, especially in this Venus and Aries situation, right? Because we want to love fast. We want to move fast. We desire quickly. We want this quick ass passion. We want to start some things, and not everybody is on our speed. Not everybody is paying attention to what it is that you're going through. Y'all get that? Yes, yes, y'all. Thank you for the 30 likes here on YouTube. I appreciate it. If you can give me another one, if this information resonates with you, it will help the channel. I appreciate that. Also, if you'd like to donate to this channel, my Venmo and PayPal and Cash App is right below the video here. Yo, go on and drop your girl $1 or $2. I appreciate you, okay? Thank you, Xavier. I'll do just that, honey pie. So with that Venus and Aries situation, right? There could be some potential starts and stops too. Ooh, let me take a swig on that. Why do I say that? Because Venus and Aries gets excited. The Aries energy is the baby, y'all. And I know I've said this before. So it's excitement and it's jovial and juvenile ways of being. Oftentimes says, yeah, let's start this new business. Yeah, I have passion and I have push for and fuel for this new idea. Yeah, all this imagination is coming through with this new moon in Pisces. Now I want to take this Venus and Aries information and start something. Here's the thing about Venus and Aries information, period. It always starts and stops. It always starts something and stops. Aries energy, especially Venus and Aries, will allow you to be passionate about something, stop it and put it on the shelf. Before you know it, you got 7 different things that you had to start and stop. Now, here's the other thing, is that Mars is in Gemini right now. So it's probably a really good time to start some things, because you can execute 5 different things at one time, with Mars being the executor and being the motivating factor in the sky right now in Gemini, that likes to do things on so many different levels, right? Compartmentalize and do things beyond 2, 3, 4 times. The bottom line is this, but Venus being in Aries and you starting and stopping could possibly maybe not bring you to the success that you desire, because Venus only holds the power of passion. It doesn't hold the power of execution or capacity to handle the thing. Who heard me? Who heard me? Yes, yes, y'all. Do y'all get that? Aw, Angie, I love you too, honey bun. Do y'all get that? Venus and Aries energy, again, being the baby, will go, yeah, with exuberance. Let's do it. But don't have the follow through. We rely on Virgo for that. We rely on Taurus energy for that. We rely on a lot of fixed signs for that. We rely on Aquarius sometimes for that. You understand what I'm saying? But if you start these things and everybody's coming at you with all these ideas, I like the way your hair is. I like that dress you had on. Can you make that? Can you do this? And you're like, I can start a new business. I could be a stylist now. And you get all excited about it, but then you lose steam. I'm just saying, cuidado. Not unless you can follow up with it. Be careful and do as much. Thank you, Spirit. Do as much as you can, because then here's the hit I just got. What happens is that you set yourself up for a failure, and then it slides you back into a weird ass depression, because you have this idea of what it is you want to do, how you can do it, and then you possibly can't get there. So what you're doing, you're setting yourself up. You understand what I'm saying? Take on what you can handle. So what? Your sister or your brother or your neighbor can do 17 things at the same time. If you can't, then don't do it. Does that make sense? Are y'all with me on Instagram? Y'all just listening? Y'all can talk. Y'all can leave comments. Yes, yes, y'all is our affirmative. You can put 3 Y's up and go, yeah, I hear you, chick. Yes, yes, y'all. That's how we talk to one another. That's the call and response. It's African. I like saying that. I said that in the last video. It made me laugh. Yes, 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 y'all. To the beach, y'all. That's how we do this thing. So the bottom line is just be careful with that, especially because we're in such a Neptune kind of phase right now. Neptune is the ruler of Pisces energy. So if the sun is in Pisces, the moon is in Pisces, Neptune is literally in the sign of Pisces. We are all a little foggy right now. Like we know what we want to do. We've been preparing for the new. Aquarius season did that very well for a lot of us, hopefully for you as well. Like prepare to get your mind ready for the next step, to take to utilize the discipline, to work out every day or every other day, to get your mind and your body and your spirit right. Now it's about the flow. You dig? But sometimes when we flow, we can flow in confusion in this nebulous kind of feel in which we don't know where we're going and at the same time expecting some shit. Like, don't set yourself up to fail, y'all, okay? Today, being Monday, the moon and the sun are together. That's a natural situation. Can I teach you something? Or you probably already know this. Whenever we have a new moon, the new moon is in conjunction with the sun. Conjunction is when 2 planets or an asteroid and a planet or 2 asteroids are within the same vibration. So that's an aspect. I can teach y'all that in the village hut if you want to join. You see how I did that? Eyebrow, exclamation. It starts on March 7th and it goes through April 25th, an 8-week course. There are 8 slots, but 4 have been taken. So you need to get down on it if you want it. Get down on it if you gotta feel it. Get down on it. So when the moon and the sun is in conjunction, that means the moon, the emotional nature of things, and the sun, the ego, the core us, is coming together in one accord, which can absolutely make us feel foggy and Piscean and nebulous. And I don't know my name. I just want to sit back and hang out. That's what's happening today. I just want to sit back and, frolic and just go through the wind and see what happens with that voice. All right. I'm saying, you give yourself a little time to do that. I know you may have work to do and y'all probably still at work. Some people here on the West Coast, that's cool. But give yourself a moment to frolic. Give yourself a moment to feel Pisces energy come together. Okay. I'm spending way too much time on this. It's necessary. It's absolutely necessary because it calms your soul down. The spirit don't want to be on 100 fucking miles per hour all day, every day, y'all. That's the body and that's the weird ass brain going, we can do it, we can do it, we can do it. And the spirit's like, yo, I need a break, cousin. Can you just sit down and look at this tree for a minute and let's recalibrate what we're doing and how we're utilizing this road right now? Y'all get me? So if you feeling a little wonky today, that's because it's time to sit down. It's time to absorb. It's time to utilize your imagination, to pray, to escape for a quick minute, and then get back to life. All right. Tomorrow, the moon will continue to be in Pisces, okie dokie schmokies, but it's going to square Mars. Why? Because Mars is in Gemini. And I said at the top of this thing here is that Gemini and Pisces is a square. That's a challenge. It's hardcore. They don't like each other. So that means the moon in Pisces and its frolicking, imaginative, conduit, intuitive energy is going against Mars's need to execute and fire away 17 different things at one time. That's hardcore. That's hardcore. At the same time, tomorrow, the moon is in conjunction. You remember what I said a conjunction is? Moon is in conjunction with Neptune. Why? Because they're both in Pisces. The moon and Neptune is in the sign of Pisces. So you got this weird ass nebulous feel and this with the sun being in Pisces, the moon and Neptune coming together in Pisces, but Mars wants to go rogue and do its own thing. I need to execute and do the shit that we've been preparing for when the sun was in Aquarius. Aquarius is my friend, is what Mars and Gemini is saying. It's like, yeah, but we're in a new vibration now, cuz. So here's my suggestion. As you want to fire off 18 things, right? You have definitely realized out of the 18, only 4 is really working, cuz. Here where I'm going. I'm not trying to tap into your life and tell you what's going on in your life in this moment in time. But we've been juggling. I'm just saying, if you're looking for a new life, you're starting some new things, you're planning some new things. We all been juggling. And 18 things have been fired away. But you know that only maybe 3 or 4 is going to bring you money. But more importantly, it's going to bring you the happiness. Cater to those 3 or 4 things, okay? And don't let yourself wild out tomorrow when Mars is like, no, let's do all 18. Again, you don't have to be Superman, cuz you don't have to be Superwoman. We're in the float right now. We're floating on, put the stylistics on and relax. Tomorrow, there's another contention. Mercury, which deals with the brain, our intellect, planning, right? Mercury deals with communication. We'll be in a square to what? Uranus. Why? Because Mercury is in Aquarius, telling Mars, right? Remember, Mars is looking for a buddy. Mars is in Gemini. So if Mercury is in Aquarius, Mercury is feeding Mars going, you could do it, you could do it, you could do it. Get Mars in trouble and shit. You could do it. And I say getting them in trouble because Pisces is like, we ain't doing that shit. And the brain is like, yes, we are. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. So if Mercury in Aquarius is squaring Uranus, oh, what's Uranus? Uranus, your anus, your booty. Uranus is the planet of change, rebellion. Uranus has been in Taurus for quite some time, changing all of our lives on the real Holyfield. Right? So force yourself to think outside the box, please. That's where the freedom exists. If you allow yourself to overthink a situation and to utilize your brain and say, I know what to do. I'm going to utilize my arrogance. All the things that I've been preparing and thinking about, this is Mercury in Aquarius. I know how to execute this thing. I know what's best for me in regards to this change that Uranus is saying. Uranus is like, no, you don't. Because you thinking. Uranus is saying, I'm not thinking. I'm going with the times. I'm going with the change that's happening on the larger level. Whereas the brain is saying, we only dealing with what's right now and can't see the bigger picture. You dig? You understand that? So do yourself a favor and don't fight yourself. Think outside the box on Tuesday, okay? I'm going to leave it like that. The moon in Pisces is also sextile in Pluto because the moon is in Pisces. Like I said, did I just say that like 2 seconds ago? And Pluto is in Capricorn. So allow the quiet fire of internal solace, that moon in Pisces, and that forgiveness to power you up. Oh, shit. How can something calm power a person up? It's called meditation. It's called believing in yourself. It's called sitting back and getting your power from the inside out through breath. Breath is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful medicine. Air, y'all. For real. So when you sitting down and you in your Pisces space, you in your intuitive space, and that energy is coming over you to do what? To tap in, to listen to spirit. It wants to feed your transformative power through Pluto. Pluto deals with power, transformation. Pluto is the bully. Pluto gets things done. Pluto is destructive. It's Scorpio's planet. Pluto is destructive. So if your intuition, the moon in Pisces is coming and giving you whispers and telling you what to do, it's telling you in this regard on Tuesday to maybe possibly destroy some things that need to go, that needs to be obliterated, like on some real shit. And don't have to be dramatic, although Pluto is hella dramatic. It don't have to be dramatic. You can do it in a way in which you say, you know what, it's done, it's over with, and I don't need to tell anybody. Oh, that makes me want to drink on a real drink, have a real drink, like a beer or something. You know why? Because oftentimes people think that, you need to make a goddamn announcement before you change your life. Let me call everybody in the family and tell them I'm no longer going to be doing this. I'm moving here. I got money to do this. First of all, I'm a grown ass woman. I don't have to tell you nothing. And I'm speaking for all of us, right? It's like oftentimes we can just move in our power without making a huge announcement, because oftentimes those announcements are for what? Our ego. to pump ourselves up. Thank you, Nelson. I like gluten-free beer. Is that a Durham? Thank you very much. Oftentimes, we get pumped up from the inside out. Again, we don't have to let people know our movements. I kind of got thrown off by the beer because that shit felt good going down. Like I took it inside. You understand? Forgive yourself. Allow the forgiveness to come over you. Allow the passivity to come over you, to power you up and to go, you know what? I am a bomb-ass motherfucker. And I don't have to announce it because my ego don't have to be in play with this. I'm going to just move stealth-like the spook who sat by the door. You know about that book? I reference it every now and again. It was a dope-ass movie, too. Let's move on into Wednesday, because on Wednesday, 2/22/22, the moon goes into Aries. Okay, shit. Aries is like, look. That moon is like, look. I let y'all sit back and meditate for a little while now. We got to get shit going. We got to move. We got to move and make it happen. So the moon in Aries, is that right? That is right. The moon in Aries is in conjunction with Venus. Because remember, I told you Venus just went into Aries today. So the moon will be in Aries. Venus will be in Aries on Wednesday. Hot passion for the self to find the self. It ain't personal. Hot passion for the self to find itself. And if you feel duped, it ain't personal. Oftentimes we need to be on a solo mission. Oftentimes we need to say, you know what? I'll be right back. Where you going? First of all, again, I don't have to tell you. I'm a grown-ass woman. Second of all, I'm doing something for myself so I can shine better from the inside out. And when I come back to the tribe, when I come back to the family, when I come back to work, I can shine a little bit better with a little bit more confidence, knowing exactly why I've been put in this position to do what I need to do, to be your mother, to be your father, to be your employee, or to be the employer. You dig what I'm saying? Solo mission on Wednesday. If you feel that when you wake up, truly, you feel like, you know what, I don't want to pray with you today, honey. Like I absolutely want to take a moment and pray by myself, or I'm going to go walk the dog by myself. I need a moment to hear the birds. You understand what I'm saying, y'all? It's necessary. I'm just going to put it like that because I can go ham on that point. Okay, Mercury, I'll make myself laugh, trines Mars on Wednesday. You see? So now the air and the fire is coming together and shit. Mercury, being in Aquarius, right, wants to trine, meaning in harmony with Mars. Here we go. Mars is in Gemini. Mercury in Aquarius was like, God damn it, Mars, I've been looking for you. I've been looking for you. I got all of these awesome ideas. And we need to put the plan into motion. How? With a little bit of charm, with a little bit of grace, with a little bit of knack for negotiation. Thank you, Spirit. I want to make this point known. This means everything, right? This means a lot of things, but the art of negotiation is one thing that we absolutely don't tap into enough. What I mean by that is the joy, the natural joy and the magic of pivoting when we need to adjust to a situation that fits us best. On that day, the moon and Venus is getting together in some Aries singular sensation shit, on some self-centered shit. So if Mercury, the planet of thought, communication, planning, says I want to ride with Mars and execute some things in a way in which I need to negotiate a little bit differently. I have to redo my contract with myself. Go ahead and do that. Go ahead and do that and have a new plan. It's okay. Oftentimes, especially based on how we were raised, right? It's like if you decide, devotion is everything. If you decided to do something and you should be devoted, you should be loyal to it. Yes, and very yes. But if intuition comes over you in this Pisces season that says, you know what? I don't think that's going to serve me no more. Like, because I think I made that decision in haste last month. Or I made that decision and, with knowledge and with information that wasn't really complete about 2 months ago. I think I want to pivot and renegotiate. On Wednesday, you might be feeling that. You may be feeling like it's okay. I'm a grown lady. I'm a grown dude, and I can do that. And I can apologize to you and whatever, however it throws you off. It's not intended, but this is to honor myself. As Medea said, honor intuition. This is to honor myself. Again, the reason why I'm saying this is because Mercury is in Aquarius, and Aquarius energy is the proper talker to get them out of that thing. And Mars in Gemini is the negotiator. You dig what I'm saying? You can negotiate plans on Wednesday, renegotiate them to fit you, to fit your heart and soul and where you need to go. Especially, come on, Sonia. Especially if the moon is in conjunction with Jupiter on that same day. I told you the moon is in Aries. Jupiter is in Aries, right? And Jupiter in Aries has been bringing us all kind of opportunities, quick, fast. Sometimes we don't even see it. Sometimes it slides right on by us. Sometimes we're too busy trying to grab everything, and a couple of opportunities fall out of our fingers, between our fingers and out of our hands. You dig? But listen, when the moon is together with Jupiter, it's saying, yo, the blessings are here for us to take. We just got to be bold about it. We have to be forthright about it. We have to know with our intuition. We have to know what our heart and soul needs with this sun in Pisces. You see how I like to utilize astrology, y'all? It's a huge picture. It's not just about what you're going through and what your sign is. What you're going through, I was going to go through a whole nother download. What your sign is and what helps you is what's going on in the universe, in our community. Because if you don't know what's happening in our community, how are you going to get what it is you need? That's a real thought. Right? Because you're not the only one. You're not the maker, the baker, the deliverer, the goddamn Amazon driver. You're not everything. You understand what I'm saying? You need people. So you need to know what people are going through. I'm just saying. So on Wednesday, it seems like a really good day in some aspect, right? Especially if you can hold your hat. Because it's all about being quick and fast and to the point, getting those blessings where you need to get those blessings, execute how you need to execute per your thought and your intellect, and renegotiate as you do that thing. And remember to love up on yourself. Believe in yourself, y'all. Believe in yourself for yourself. I want to break that down real quick, because oftentimes we believe in ourselves for other people. I'm one of those people sometimes. Oftentimes I need a deadline, or I need an accountability partner. There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. But in this moment in time, we got to believe that we can do it for ourselves, meaning that we have to have that faith and trust in ourselves, because nobody else is going to do it for us, and nobody can do it like us. Why do we get mad at somebody doing something that we could do better, and we give them the control to do it? Here's the deal. Sometimes we need to give other people the control, but they're going to do it how they do it. You get what I'm saying? You do it how you do it. Believe in the way that you do it. If you have the time, the space, the energy, the money to do it, believe in yourself. You might have to take your time in doing it, but believe in the way that you do it. Am I speaking? Is this thing on? Hello? What y'all doing out there? Believe in yourself for yourself. On Thursday, that moon is still going to be in Aries, right? By the way, I just watched the news, which I never do. The shit was on, and I was like, oh, wait, it's going to rain all week, y'all. It's going to rain tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, a little bit on Saturday, and definitely Sunday. So I say that to say, because I was looking at the days, and I'm like, wow, what are you supposed to do with all of this energy in the house? Pisces energy allows us to get to that imagination. Right. Sonja's dope. As I look at Thursday and see, I love me. As I look at Thursday and see the moon is sextiling Mercury, I said, right. If you're not a writer, it's okay. Read. If you don't want to read, spark your intellect again, because Mercury and the moon coming together in a sextile, meaning harmony, it allows us to think and feel on one accord. So we feel smarter, and we're able to appeal to our emotional nature at the same time. Speak how you feel, void of emotional attachments, and be more intentional. It's about mental clarity on that day, on Thursday. So you can get clarity through writing. We talk about that all the time. right? I don't want to repeat myself. Also on Thursday, the moon is sextile in Mars. Your bold expression allows you to execute and push through doors you never imagined. Believe in yourself for yourself. Come on now. Moon and Aries is sparking that shit. Like, yo, I've been sitting back. Today and tomorrow, connect with that imagination. So when the moon goes into Aries, it's time to get on the floor and go. You understand what I'm saying? And on Thursday, when that moon is in Aries and it meets up with Mars, it's like, yes, not only let's go, thank you for coming to get me. Thank you for taking these ingenious ideas and putting some legs on it, Gemini energy, and being nice about it and having resources and information to follow up with my ideas, Mars and Gemini. You get what I'm saying? Now we can call on the people. Gemini energy is definitely of service too. Understand that. Just like Venus, just like Virgo, and just like Sagittarius and Pisces for that matter. So the bottom line is that these new bold ass opportunities and ideas and the feeling, the rambunctiousness of the moon being in Aries is hitting that Mars and Gemini going, what you want me to do? Let me service you. By bringing the ideas, by bringing the information, by talking the shit, by getting on the phone, renegotiating, manipulating in the best way possible for everybody to win. You understand what I'm saying? Come on, Thursday? Write a hit song on Thursday, Sonja. Okay. On Friday, the moon slides into Taurus at 3:29 in the morning. So by the time we wake up on the east and the west side, the moon will be in Taurus. That's a lie. Wait, hold on. It's not a lie. But before the moon goes into Taurus, so that's around about midnight, the moon and Pluto are going to have a power trip. So here's my thought. Thursday night, Friday morning, if you out and about, if you're having conversation and that Pluto and that moon come together and it's a square, I'm just saying, maybe pillow talk can turn into some angry talk. Don't let it. Don't let it. The bottom line is this, because it happens at night, right? And we'll feel this Thursday night leading into Friday morning, right? It'll feel like somebody is trying to get me off my square. Here's an example. Baby, I have all these ideas and this is happening. Sonya was telling me that the moon is in Aries and Pisces and these ideas and the new moon and Pisces coming through and blah, 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 blah. And then whoever is with you or somebody that unfairly wants to take your attention or unfairly wants to be in power will shut your ass down. That's a whack idea. Your imagination is what? That's some bullshit. You ain't gonna make no money off of that. And the next thing you know, here comes a riot out of apartment 17. What happened? She burned the house down. Why? Because moon and Pluto, for sure. Pluto's about destruction. And if you get that moon with this expression, emotional expression, peaking that or sparking that destruction, we got a problem. Because you understand what I'm saying? I sound like Wu-Tang. You understand what I mean? That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? On Friday as well, the moon in Taurus, will sextile the sun because the sun is in Pisces and it likes Taurus. So there is a sextile. Find comfort in what shows devotion and commitment. And what will bring emotional security? Yes. What will bring emotional security? What will bring emotional security? That's a big deal. And I think I mentioned this a couple of hundred times within the last couple of videos, is that emotional security is a big deal. And we don't talk about it enough. We don't talk about it enough. We don't request it enough. Because why? Possibly, maybe the folks that raised us and the people that are around us and generations before us, they didn't have that. They didn't have the luxury of emotional security. And the reason why I say that, they didn't have the luxury of their mothers going, you okay, baby? You need some more? You all right? Did that bully hurt you? No. What they taught us was to go outside and cap the bully in the neck. You understand what I'm saying? Which is also a way to defend ourselves and keep us strong. But at the same time, we can't go around capping people because you feel hurt. What's the real deal? The real deal is that you feel hurt. Did you feel hurt? So you're seeking some kind of emotional security. I need a hug. I need y'all to talk me down. I need you to help me feel like why is this fair or not fair? On Friday, I want you to tap into that emotional security that you lend to yourself or to somebody else, meaning find a safe place to be and try not to overeat, because when the moon is in Taurus, we always eat. And when the moon is in Cancer, we always eat. That's not security, motherfucker. That's gluttonous. That's emotional eating. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Okay? So don't do that to yourself. But at the same time, find a way to make yourself feel gooey inside, comfortable inside, a warm blanket inside. If somebody can't do it for you, do it for your damn self. That's how it is. We talk about self-love. It's not woo-woo. It's real. We can't wait for other people to give it to us. We can't be that victim. Remember, we're trying to oust that thing there. All right, moving on so I can bring my puppy to the bathroom. On Saturday, the moon will continue to be in Taurus, and it will be in conjunction with Uranus. Why? Because the moon and Uranus are both in Taurus. We learned that today, right? So that means our emotional nature, that emotional security that you just whipped up, that you tapped into the day before, can allow you to go through the changes a little bit more easily. Uranus in Taurus, honestly, and I've said this before, does not like to change. Taurus energy can't stand to change. So whenever the moon, for that matter, whenever the moon is in Taurus, nobody's trying to change. Nobody's trying to do nothing different. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Already said this, right? If it ain't broke, don't fix it, because I like regimented things, Taurus energy says. But if you give yourself the emotional security and talk yourself off the ledge and be like, it's going to be all right, baby. It's really going to be good. We're going to take our time with this. We're going to do one thing at a time. Like truly talk to you like that. If you can talk to your child like that, if you can talk to the people that you love like that, why can't you have self-talk like that? Instead of idiot, why'd you do that? Blah, 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 blah. Nah. Be easy on you. So you can administer this change that's happening. That's great. That is incredible. That's moving with or without your freaking permission. That's for real. What's up, Instagram? Y'all need to come on over to YouTube at Sonja Marie's Wordlife Astrology page. I appreciate that. We're not going to do this dual thing too much longer, only throughout the month of February, and then it's a wrap. So I'd love you to join our page over there, okay? Trying to get some subscribers up and my little thumbs up and the likes and stuff, so YouTube can pay a sister and know that I'm doing this work for the people, for the peoples. All right, so that's Saturday. But at the same time, as we're making this swift change, as we're feeling emotionally secure about whatever changes that need to happen, right? That moon is also going up against the way we think. What the fuck does that look like? So if the moon is in alignment with the slow change, there may be some internal mental chatter. There may be some plans that go against the change that needs to happen. But you have to renegotiate. You got to pivot. Listen, the brain, there's an awesome card. There's an awesome card in the deck that I use for my readings. And I often share it here, right? The Oshu Zen deck. And in one of I think it's the Mind card. I love the fact that they always emphasize in that particular card and throughout the whole deck in its descriptions too, is that the mind is the servant. Have I mentioned this before? The mind is the servant to the soul. Now, a lot of Aquarius, a lot of heady people, a lot of very intellectual people. Yo, I'm not taking your intellect from you. This has nothing to do with the power of intellect. You understand what I'm saying? This has everything to do with the fact that the mind needs to know its place, just like the soul. If the soul is the initiator, in which it is, it's the one that sparks it. It's the one that says, yo, this is what we need to do. Times are changing, and we need to live life like this, X, Y, and Z. The mind says, word? That's what we about to do? Okay, let me get the plans, Stan. Let me do the research. Let me Google. Let me talk to Sonia. Let me talk to Bell. Let me talk to my neighbor. Let me talk to my building manager and see if I have the time in order to do what it is that I need to do. Am I going to even be in LA to do that thing? Let me think about that thing. The brain is the servant. The brain doesn't come in and go, you know what? That's a dumbass idea, soul. I don't know who put you in charge, but this is what we need to do. And this is how we're going to do it. I thought of a whole nother plan. We're not absolutely doing that. We're going to do something different. The mind is the servant, not the master. You understand what I'm saying? That's why in this Piscean season, we need to open up. We need to open up to hear the downloads, the understanding. And by the way, squirrel, have you been dizzy? Has anyone fallen on some weird ass fall? Kind of like, whoa, what the hell? Have you been like wobbly? That's this intuitive hit that's coming through, y'all, for the most part. I'm no doctor, so I'm not saying you don't go, not telling you not to go to a doctor. But what I'm saying is that oftentimes when we go through these energetic shifts and strong forces of intuitive energy is coming on the planet to allow us to wake up our souls so our brain can be the goddamn servant and execute the plan. And then our body says, okay, let me get off the couch. You understand what I'm saying? Sometimes when we get in those spaces or whatever, it gets a little bit of wonky. So remember the brain's job. The brain's job is to execute the information, to get the information, to put the plan together. The brain is the hype man. The brain is the hype man. I'm trying to tell you. It's a great job, though. How about that? I mean, the most famous hype man was Busta Rhymes hype man. What's his name? Stitch? Not Stitch. Spliff. Oh, come on now. To be the brain, to be the hype man, to be Spliff is like a good addition to Busta. You can't see Busta without Spliff. I'm saying, don't downplay the brain, but stay in your lane, brain. Okay, that's all. That's it. That's all I got for y'all, right? Because on Saturday, the moon and the brain is going against each other. Give the brain its reverence and tell the moon, okay, now we got to emote. Now we got to feel this thing all the way through. And if they collide, it may be a situation where you got to watch what you say, because you may say some things, trip up on some things where you're coming from an emotional space and you actually don't feel that. You actually don't think that. You actually don't believe that. You get what I'm saying? Just saying shit, just out the side of your neck, so to speak. All right. And on Sunday, we're about to go do some other stuff in a minute, but let's wrap up the week with Sunday. Sunday, the moon goes into Gemini at 10:48 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Before it does that, though, the moon will be in Taurus and it's going to square Saturn. So we may wake up not wanting to work and actually revisiting a whole bunch of fears and lessons. Do y'all see a pattern? I just want to I just want to pause for a quick second. I want to pause for a second and say this. There's always going to be some kind of contention against our fears. There's always going to be some type of push and pull. There's always the brain is always going to have some kind of understanding that it is bigger than the heart or bigger than the soul. This is not just about this week. This is actually about life. How we deal with it in different parts of our lives depends on what's going on in our lives. You dig? Some may take it easier next year than they do this year, depending on what's happening, depending on if they have money, if they're in love, or they having sex on a regular basis. I'm laughing because sometimes that shit makes a lot of things easier, don't it? When you can bust it once a day. I'm just saying. And in that way, you're happy and you don't see or subscribe to fear as much as you would like to, or as much as it's coming up. My bottom line and my point of saying all of that before I go on a squirrel and go into my funnies is the fact that all of these aspects seem to come up throughout our lives. And I said that because the moon oftentimes squares Saturn. We oftentimes feel emotionally thrown off by the fact that we don't want to work, that our fears are coming up, that lessons are being told to us over and over and over and over again until we get it. We are being told that we need to put up boundaries, that we need to restrict some things, some events in our lives, that we need to have limitations on some shit, that we need to revisit our fathership. Yes, and very yes. These things come up constantly. So I want to ask you on the real, why do we get thrown off? Why do we get so goddamn shocked? Oh my God, I'm going through this thing again. My fear is coming up again. Expect it. Expect your fear to come up. Expect the lessons to come over and over and over again. Expect for you to have to do the thing that you keep dodging. Understand that. That's life. This is the gym, y'all. We're here to work it out. I'm not saying that we don't have bad days. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about your perspective of the bad day. I'm talking about you expecting a bad day to come and you handling it and riding it on the surfboard. You dig what I'm saying? Floating. Float on. You know what I mean? The bottom line, if we know these things come time and time again, why do we get off our square? Why do we let random strangers beeping their horn in traffic to take us out of our joy? Why? When we know it's going to happen over and over and over again. Why? Give them power? Hell no. No, y'all. Let's get used to this walk. It's not to say we're always going to be upset and we're always going to be mad and we always got challenges. It's how you going to handle those things. How are you individually going to ride that thing? I'm just saying, and be conscious of it. And some years you may feel like, you know what? I'm not riding this shit. I'm going to lay in bed for about 3 days. All right, that's you. Don't judge yourself. Fuck it, lay in bed. Some years you're like, you know what? I'm going to make phone calls. I'm going to research this thing. I'm going to hit it head on. Okay, do that. But at no point should you judge yourself, in my opinion, on how we rock this thing. Please and always just expect for it to happen. And know that you're going to have to reinvent yourself each and every time these challenges come up. So Sunday, when you wake up and you don't feel like doing shit, handle it how you want to handle it, as opposed to you comparing yourself to the last time you handled this feeling or the person sitting next to you and how they handle that feeling. It's all an individual thing, you dig? Are y'all hearing me? I hope so. On Sunday, too, with that, we're going to be feeling powerful as hell. The moon is coming together in a trine with Pluto. Come on now. So if you don't feel like working, find some other powerful shit to tap into and to be about. And to be about. This is what we like to do on Instagram. I just want to let you know we are going to have 1 or 2 people put up, well, shit, anybody can put it up, but I'm only going to choose 1 or 2 people to quickly read their charts based on their time. Based on their rising, their moon, and their sun. So if you know your sun, your moon, and your rising sun, please post that or put it in the comments here on Instagram and YouTube. On Instagram and YouTube on YouTube, I'd appreciate that, and I will select 1 or 2 people, and that spirit tells me to select in about 20-30 seconds or so. So I'm gonna look through and see if I missed any questions, because oftentimes y'all be talking and the information just be going by. I see no question marks. And if I move and go through it too quickly and you did ask a question, put it up there again, please. I'd appreciate you. Yep. Your sun, your moon, and rise. Who's going to get their read today? Look at all these beautiful people. I love when y'all talk. I don't see everything, but I see some things, and I feel your love. I feel your protection, and I feel your light. I feel that there's a handful of people in here that are like unofficially my prayer warriors. And I really, 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 really appreciate you, because there's a bunch of other people that like to kind of put you down too and try to take away from your energy. But there's the other folks that's praying for me and that's laughing and putting light and stuff on here that keeps the sister coming back. That's for real, because a girl gets tired. So I just want to officially say thank you for your love and your prayers. Okay. All right, I don't see no questions, gosh darn it. Let's go on to the bottom. Let me see. I don't know your name, sister. Good gosh. Is it Malika? I'm going to pick somebody over on Instagram first, and then I'm going to come over here on YouTube. She has a Capricorn rising, a Gemini moon, and Aquarius sun. So your Gemini and your Aquarius energy definitely mixes, and on that air shit. And that Capricorn rise keeps you very, 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 very what's the word I'm looking for? Sonja keeps you very, very, oh, my words are flying out the window. Keeps you very, very ambitious. Here's the reason why my brain was going all over the place, because I'm tapping into you, sister. And what I can tell is the fact that, yeah, you have a lot going on. I'm just going to say it that much. And that's so fucking general. We all got a lot going on. But let me be more specific in the fact that you are doing your best to try to hold up all the things that you're doing. And I just honestly feel and tap into the fact, Akila, I'm sorry, Malika, I'm sorry, good God, that you may be losing the balls as you're trying to hold on to shit. You understand what I mean? And here's the other part of that. Astrologically speaking, Capricorn rising people are always looking for projects. People are their projects. Projects are their projects. So oftentimes you'll walk through the day and go, oh, Sonja, you need X, Y, and Z. Let me go on Google and find that out. Brrr. Somebody calls you and go, Malika, I need blah, 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 blah. Okay, hold on. Let me find that out. Blah, 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 blah. Before you know it, by 4 o'clock in the afternoon, you got everybody else's project going except for your own. And then the Aquarius in you can actually get turned off and just go the other way. Why? Because Aquarius gets very, very detached when it seems overwhelmed. And more importantly, it can be emotionally detached and you look incredibly cold and very, very irresponsible when it comes to your emotional nature. I'm just saying. So the bottom line is this: if that Capricorn energy is attracting all of these people and situations in which you want to help folks out, like literally the Aquarius in you is the humanitarian who absolutely wants to service folks, right? And that Capricorn is like, oh, I could do that shit. That ain't no problem. I'm a goat. I can get to the top of the mountain. But when you get overwhelmed, honey pie, when you get overwhelmed, the Aquarius will shut the fuck down and be like, I'm going left. And it looks like, wait, hold on. You started all this stuff. The balls are in the air. Now you want to go left? That doesn't look emotionally responsible. The moon in Gemini says, yep, and we're going to go have a glass of wine and leave all them motherfuckers to fend for themselves. I'm just saying, I'm not trying to be a bearer of bad news, but what I'm doing in this moment in time is tapping into you to see what's happening right now. People don't deserve that, and neither do you, for that matter. So please do yourself a favor and stop making people and situations projects and handle what you can handle with what it is you got, you dig? And even though your moon is in Gemini and you think, and you probably can, handle a whole bunch of things, something can fall through the cracks, especially through this Pisces energy, this Pisces season. Why? Because Pisces squares both your moon, and that's it. I thought it was squared another thing. It squares your moon. So it can throw your emotional nature off as well. And you can get pissed and feel like you're not worthy. Ooh, Malika. Come on now. Get to it. Aquarius energy has been going through a lot, especially because Saturn is in Aquarius right now. So there's a lot of fears, a lot of lessons coming up for you. And Aquarius energy don't like to face their fears and their lessons. Why? Because it makes them look non-smart. It makes them look unintelligent when you're going through fears and your lessons. It makes it look like you don't have the information and the wherewithal to get through a thing. I love you too, honey pie. The bottom line is, like, check yourself. Y'all know the rest before you wreck yourself. And before you start not necessarily making enemies, but before people stop believing in you. Ooh, that really hits my stomach. The reason why I said that is because if you divert and become detached, people will stop relying on the good nature in you. And then you get your feelings hurt going, well, why didn't you tell me? I could have helped you with that. And they're like, bitch, I did. I told you 2 months ago and you was starting to help me. And then you went on a rogue rampage and did whatever the fuck you wanted to do. You understand what I'm saying? All right, enough of you. Enough of you, Malika. I hope that helped, honey pie. All right. What y'all talking about over here on Instagram? I mean, I'm sorry, on you a YouTube. Xavier, you have a sun in Cancer, the moon is in Capricorn, and your rising is Gemini. Thank God for that rising in Gemini, huh? That keeps a motherfucker nice and happy. Here's the deal. That rising Gemini makes you incredibly sociable. It makes you a shit talker. It makes you a negotiator. It makes you attract a lot of information for people to benefit from. That's for ding dong damn sure. The sun and Cancer. Oh, I love Cancer men. To be quite honest with you, and I'm assuming you're a man with the name Xavier. um I love Cancer men because we need a whole lot more nurturing, nourishing men on the planet that have that Cancer mother love gooey kind of feel, that wants to like nurture everybody and actually wants to be the leader of emotions, that wants to give men and everybody else the permission to cry. I love that. But here's the little interesting twist in this situation, right? Is because your moon is in Capricorn, which opposite your sun. So the Cancer in you, honey, wants to cry, wants to emote, wants to nourish yourself and other people, but your emotional nature won't release it. And then your Gemini rise go, it's okay because we're going to have a party anyway. We just want to be social anyway. We don't want to get down and dirty in that depth anyway. We don't want to deal with emotions anyway. That's doing yourself a disservice. Here's the bottom line. We have to remember, this is for everybody, that we are our sun. This is what I teach in the hut for show. We are our sun. We're not our rising and we're not our moon. They interchange, they come in, they go out. They're like a shade in the window sometimes. You see them now and then you don't see them. But you know what's constant? Our sun, our sun sign. So Xavier, if you're not giving reverence, if you're not giving props to the beautiful, nurturing lover that you are, right? The nourisher that you are, that tender soul that you are, then your moon, your rise, your Mercury, your Saturn, and all other planets and positions in your chart will not be utilized to the best of the best that it can be utilized. Why? Because the sun is not important. It's the same as if, you want somebody to love you, you got to love yourself, so to speak. You got to love who you really are. That moon in Capricorn doesn't want to emote. That moon in Capricorn wants to be straight up and down, get its money, work hard, do what you need to do. And that's cool too. That's a nice little balance in that. But cry when you need to cry, baby. Give good hugs when you need to give hugs, please. And go deep when it's time to go deep. Because that Gemini rising, he doesn't want to go deep. He literally wants to put a fake face on. I'm not calling you fake. Don't take it as a disrespect, please, Xavier. But what I'm saying is it just looks like everything is good, sort of like Sagittarius energy. Everything is fine. Everything is okay. We're going to work this out. We're going to figure it out. There's a way out of this. Yes, but sometimes the only way is to get through the emotional body in which you were built on. So you got to give him reverence. I'm just saying, that's enough. That's enough. Okay, should I read one more person? Let me see. Let me see what Spirit is saying. And then we'll get off of this thing. I hope that helped you, Xavier, in some kind of way. Yo, if y'all want to read it, I do these things. Please hit up my website at wordlifeastrology.com/readings. I do couples readings as well. I do real quick hour reads, which I really don't like to do sometimes because your ancestors be on one and I have to talk fast and get everything out. But I do 90-minute reads as well. And we do a 3-part reading. We talk to your ancestors and guides. We also read your natal chart based on your time, your date, and your place of birth, as well as spread a little 5-card spread. All right. I'm going to read one more person and an essay on the tarot card today, I tried to do Pig Latin. That shit was so whack. That was whack. But I'm not going to do the card today, y'all. I really want to read one more person because I'm feeling that. That's what I need to do. Alexandra the Great. Did we read your 3 Big Obvious? Hello to the Essener Boutique. So glad that you can join us. Please answer my question, Alexandra the Great. You had the wrong rising last time? Okay. I remember your picture, but I was called to do this. So let me just do it then. Real quick. Sun in Sag, Moon in Scorpio, Aquarius rising. That's a big deal. That rising changing is a big deal. First of all, I'm sure I said this when I read this before, and if I didn't, I'm going to say it. If I said it and I'm repeating myself, forgive me. Whenever I see Sag and Scorpio in the three big rising, the three big obvious, which is the sun, the moon, and the rising. Whenever I see Sag and Scorpio combination in two of the three, I pump my brakes a little bit. Why? Because and I said this out loud the other day, Sag is such a happy-go-lucky kind of dismissive energy. With your sun being in Sagittarius, it's a dismissive energy to the point where it just wants to get to the happy, because it's like, can we bypass all of this bullshit, this trauma that we're going through, and all the, the whatever is going down, the arguments and blah, 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 blah. Can I just be friends with my ex? Oh, I know so many Sagittarius that just want to be friends with their exes. It's like, can't we just be friends? I don't want to be mad at them. I get that. But sometimes you just got to go. And the point of the matter is, no judgment, but Sag is good for that, because Sag just wants to be happy, man. And that's admirable. Sag is like, I just want everybody to be okay. However, oftentimes it can be a little dismissive, in which is not handling its emotional responsibilities. Sounds like what I said to the sister earlier, right? But here's a part of it. If that Sag sun is not handling his emotional understandings, then the moon is going to take over. And the moon for you is in Scorpio. Oh, shit. So the moon takes over and does some destructive shit. Whereas Sagittarius is dismissive and always looking for the happy. The Scorpio is looking for the destructive, deep-ass blue-black area of the emotional waters in which we can go. So your moon is going to go to the bottom of the ocean, but Sag is going to bank left and be like, I'll be back. It makes you look really interesting oftentimes when people have Sag and Scorpio energy, because you create a blow up, moon in Scorpio, and then bank left, Sagittarius sun. You get what I'm saying? I'm not saying you do this always. I'm not judging you. I'm saying be careful of that motion, because whatever it is you ignite, emotionally speaking, and moon in Scorpio is always igniting something, because it likes to destroy shit, to move out the way, to create something else. But it's not really popular in the way that it does its thing, because it looks very dramatic. So when you become dramatic and you initiate some emotional explosion, here comes Sag going, oh, only that? We'll be good. It's all right. Get over it. We'll be fine. Take $1. Take a seat. I'll see you later. I'll be back. That's not being emotionally responsible. And then on the top of that, you have Aquarius rising, which absolutely squares your moon. Aquarius does not get along with Scorpio. That's a game changer and a plot twist out this motherfucker, because Aquarius on the rise is looking at everything like everything is a possibility. I am a humanitarian. I'm taking care of all the people. I am detached as fuck, and I don't want any confrontation. Wait, hold on. How you not gonna have confrontation when you just blew up the mall, motherfucker, with your Scorpio moon? I'm just saying. You see how that works? Be easy on yourself in learning this dynamic if you haven't already. I don't want to assume that you don't know you. You know what I mean? But the thing about it is, oftentimes in this way of handling this moon, sun, and rise, you leave more casualties than you would like to. You dig? So it's about understanding what people need, how you can facilitate that need, and backing out sooner than soon when you can't facilitate that need. Because the moon in Scorpio wants to control and make sure you make everybody happy as well. But on some deep, I'm going to go to the bottom of the ocean, mysterious kind of like, muscling strength kind of thing. I can do it. You don't have to. There's way too much more that wants to come through, but I don't have the energy for that, baby. So that's that. All right. I hope this helps. You get it? Okay. You said you're pregnant right now. So it is quite an adventure. Yes, pregnancies are very much an adventure. And much love to you and that newborn baby coming on through. Is it a girl? I'm wondering. Okay. Okay. I hope this hit for anybody, and I hope that it helps you in some kind of way. It's a boy. As soon as I said it's a girl, they said nope, it's a boy. He's really cute. Okay. Anyway, the bottom line is, I hope this information hits you in some kind of way, and that it can help you in your relationships. All right. 21 JNCI. I love you too. Love is love. Love is love. Come back on Friday. We're gonna do Freestyle Fridays. Please share this information with anybody that you think that would benefit from it. Thank you for staying all this time, with those that rocked with me from the beginning to the end. Again, if you want to learn astrology through the way in which I teach, intuitively speaking, please join my 8-week course. 4 spots out of 8 has already been taken. So I would love for you to join us starting March 7th through April 25th. All right. That's all I got for y'all. Y'all be good. Take care of yourself. Okay. Bye, everyone. Much love to you.